Good morning. Happy Wednesday. So I've been thinking about maybe changing the time for this. I think maybe I don't need to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning anymore. But I wanted to see what everybody thought. Hi, Lori. Hi, Angela. Good morning. Good morning, Allie. How is everyone? Good morning, Michael. Hope everyone's doing well. Hi, Beth. I'm coming to see you soon. Short Dog Studio is my friend Beth, who, with my Inspiring Art Collective group, we're going to go and she's going to do a demo for us today. And she just popped in here this morning. I'm excited to go visit her. So I couldn't decide. I was like, does art keep you awake at night like it does me? Like I wake up. Hi, Sheila. Happy Wednesday. I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't stop thinking about it. Good morning, Allison. Hi, Sherry. We have to get together. Did you leave town, Sherry? I know you said you were going to Florida, maybe? Good morning, Ellen. Anyway, I always start like 12 things and come back around. But I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. I keep feeling like I need to mix things up. I've been working on this big painting. And I love the looseness of it, but I don't feel like it's finished yet. And I'm always having a little bit of a challenge deciding when I'm finished because I love the looseness, but sometimes it just doesn't look finished to me. And then I'll take it too far, and then it loses its sexiness. I don't know. It loses its something just a little bit. You know, I usually see when it starts to turn that corner and get too, as I call it, too tight. Although some people like tight paintings, I'm always trying to be loose. Anyway, I'm just rambling on. Hi, Irma. So anyway, I felt like I needed to mix things up, but I was thinking about starting with a fuchsia background, doing all these things. And then I got up this morning and decided we're going to just do a hellebore. And hi, Susie from Ohio. Now, wait, let me turn this around. Wait. Okay. Already, I'm going to paint this hellebore. I have a little bit of a bigger, I'm doing it on paper, and I'm going to do my ground where I put the burnt sienna in the background and kind of wipe into it. And I want to try to keep things, you know, kind of bright and fun and simple. Same goals as usual. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I always go through these stints where I feel like I need to switch things up. Like I feel like I'm maybe getting bored. I'm not sure if that's what it is. But I was listening to a podcast yesterday that, what was it called? The Artist Pep Talk. It was Andy J. Pizza was talking about how you need to spend time in your studio just playing. Like not with any goals of anything other than to have fun and to play. And, you know, that's something I don't do often enough. I always have, you know, paintings I need to do for shows or commissions or, yeah, just the list of goals. It's crazy with an art business. There's just so much to do that, you know, you could never have downtime. But yeah, I want to really try to spend time. And I feel like that's what I've been doing in my sketchbooks is just playing. And that really is helpful. But I think I need to play big too, like get a big canvas and not worry about its outcome and just go big. And make a big mess and not worry about it. Good morning, Emerson. How are you? Hi, Kim. Good morning, Anita. The iPad and its use. My iPad's getting old and tired. Good morning, Laura. I feel like my iPad's, I need a new one. It keeps dying. We were looking into getting a new battery for it, and that looks like a huge project to replace the battery. But my iPad is just to have my image on there so I can have something to look at while I'm painting. I'm not good at painting from my memory. That's not something I've ever been good at. I always need something to look at. Good morning, Nancy. Oh, my friends. I'll tell you, once I get here and sit down and start to paint, it's the peaceful part of my day, always, always. So I'm just kind of figuring out where things are going to be. And I find too that it's harder to keep things loose and spontaneous in a large painting, much harder than it is in a smaller painting. And I don't know if it is because it's more challenging to do because of the size of my brush, or if it's simply, whoops, I forgot to open my trash can, or if it's a problem of I don't have as much practice painting large. Because that's, you know, that's a whole different ballgame, but I need to do more of it. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying watching. Yeah, that's good. Keep it simple. So now I'll go with my pigment sticks already. I love seeing you guys all saying hello to each other. So what do you think if I would do this a little bit later? I keep playing with the idea of, I originally did this early in the morning like this because I needed to get to work, but you know, I kind of work all the time and whenever I want now, so I don't really need to get up and do this at 8 o'clock in the morning. Might be nicer for people like on the West Coast can never watch because I do it so early. I've had many people ask me to move it to later. So just sort of thinking about it. Oh, and while I'm thinking of it too, my Art in Bloom course is open for enrollment right now, just till tomorrow, like at midnight. So if anybody's been thinking about learning to paint flowers with me, now's the time to sign up for that. And I don't know if I'm going to do it again in the fall or not. Making of the course was so much easier than the marketing of it. I don't like that part of the project. And you have to let people know about it or, you know, it's not worth the investment to make it in the first place. So, yes, then I wouldn't join you at 5 a.m. Yeah, that's what I need to do, right, Gabby? Move a little bit later. I think so. It'll be hard to shift to that, to remember that it is later, but I think I will. Of course, I have a lot going on because I also do my inspiring art at 11, so I don't want to do it too late. That's usually every other week at 11 on Wednesdays. So yeah, if you're in my inspiring art group, Short Dog Studios is my friend Beth's handle here on Instagram if you want to check her out and follow her. She does a lot of plein air painting. I would love to do that with her sometime. It's something I only ever tried to do it once, I think, and I did enjoy it. It's just such a commitment. Like I don't do much in my life where I just go do something like that, like leave life. And like with my studio being in my house, I can paint a little bit and then do other things. You'll gain some people and lose some. Yeah, yep, that's right. I'll be working. Oh, you'll be working if it's later. Okay. Yeah, there's that piece of it, right? Good morning. I signed up for art. Oh, yay. I'm so glad, Sarah. Hooray. I think you'll love it. I'm excited to have that going again because I do the little Facebook lives and things like that and get to know all of you. Thinking here, what do I want to do? Yeah, they say like when I'm like at I would call it an itchy spot where I feel like I need to shift, something needs to shift in my art practice or just something needs to change. And as much as I hate change, I know it's coming and it's usually good. I don't know why why I like change so much. Thank you, Anita. Well, that's a good start. I have glare on there, don't I? Let me move that out of the way. Sorry about that. I have so many technology issues. It is just, technology is not my friend. So I'm going to wait until people pop in here. Hi, sorry about that. Hi, Chris. So let me know, can you hear me now? I took my earbuds out. This technology has been just driving me absolutely crazy. I've been trying to figure out how to film when I have to do my filming today to be able to record through eCam, which is where I can split the camera into two things. And it took me like literally hours to figure out that I needed to have earbuds in for one thing and not for the Zoom part of it. It's just, my brain does not work like that. I don't know. It just doesn't. Oh, good. Well, I took my earbuds out, so hopefully this will work. I apologize. I'm always having, all right, turn that around, technical difficulties. I'll just keep trying, and it's like everything in life, like our art and like life, you figure one thing out and then there's something else to figure out. And that's okay. Keeps it interesting, right? Beautiful and clear. Good. And you think that you don't have patience. I have patience no, I don't, Chris. I don't have any patience. But as I say, that's what art teaches me, is patience. Aren't these colors pretty? These are just colors that I used in my last few paintings. I always like kind of keep a dollop. And usually before I come live on Wednesdays, I clean my whole palette up and freshen it. But I just did it on Monday, so it's not bad. So I didn't have to do that, the whole cleanup thing before starting. Some of these are getting a little thick. So I'm mixing for my dark areas. I'm going to put a little bit of blue in there. And as I always say, it's good to mix all your colors in advance. It's not like you can't mix more, but if you start with a mixed palette, it helps your painting. It's cohesive color-wise and just look better. My job. Interested in my job. Yeah, me too. Excuse me. The hellebores really are pretty. I'm glad I remembered. I have mine planted on like the side of my house that doesn't have any doors. So sometimes I'm afraid I'll forget that they're even blooming. Michael reminded me to check earlier in the season, and now I've been kind of popping back there to look and see. I got this photo yesterday. I think I want to add a little bit of yellow into that. Oh, I've been using Old Holland medium. So in the very first layer, I was using this medium called this Zestic Clear Painting Medium, just in the base layer. Now I'm not going to use any medium. I'm just mixing colors. And I was using magenta. My favorite magenta is Block X, it's called. And my tube looks terrible. This is my tube of Block X magenta. Look at the paint used to come out the bottom. And I actually punctured it a little bit. So like that's like a piece of history there. I need to get a new tidy one, but not yet. But I used the colors, and I darkened it a little bit. I think I used, this is warm brown, a little bit of ultramarine blue that I mixed in to make that really dark. And then this is a little bit lighter version of the magenta and the darks. Then I added permanent rose into it. And now I'm going to lighten that a little bit more. Do I want to warm it up? I'm going to warm it up with Indian yellow. One little pop of that. I love that color with the browns. Did I miss any questions? No, I'm good. Okay. And then I'm going to take a little bit of this and a little bit of pink for the very lightest colors. And I'll put that right there. Yeah, really pretty colors, right? Okay, so then I need browns. I do need browns, greens. And, so I'm going to mix up. The greens are either super dark and a little desaturated. So for me to desaturate that, I'm going to add a little bit of my dark red into it. All right, and then I need more green trying to think what I need to add. I don't want it to be the greens in this, because it's not spring yet, like the greens are not really green. They're very, very desaturated. So I'm actually going to use a little, no, that's a little dried out. No, I can get a little bit of that. I need to throw them away. If you add a little bit of gray into your colors, it'll desaturate it so that it's not as vibrant. And that's my white is a little thick. I might need, when my paint gets a little thick like that, I will add a little bit of this liquid into it. I don't use it very often. I try to use as little solvents or, the chemicals as I can when I'm painting. But sometimes when my paints are thick, I'll add that in. I might add just a touch of blue into that. That's better. Liquid is great stuff. I hate the way it smells though. Yes, mixing in the grays into a color will desaturate it, or mixing in its complement. And now I need some brown kind of neutral colors for the background. This tan. That's good. I need to lighten that then. So it's supposed to be beautiful the rest of this week. I'm so excited for that. I feel like there's like a little something in there. Let me get rid of that. They are pretty colors. I love to see them on the palette of colors. It's just so delicious, isn't it? Such eye candy. That's pretty close. I could lighten that a little bit with some other white, pure white. I hear the birds chirping outside. And I'm just for the fun, I'm going to add a little bit of my radiant blue into this. Does another fun pop of color. So I try to paint what I see, but I try not to be completely literal with it. But I have a nice range value of colors. Why do you choose a gray color for your palette? Oh, because it kind of neutralizes what you're seeing. If you put it on white, the colors look different. Like gray is more of a neutral. Because really when you're mixing colors, when you put them onto your painting, the colors all interact together. So yeah, I'm not explaining that very well, but it's just a nice neutral. It's nice to use either that, or you can get like the painting palettes that actually are gray. That's also a good idea. I have to get this to sit still. I need to get a new one of these. I don't even think I know what this product is. I keep looking for a better one. If any of you have a suggestion, let me know. When you start your paintings, you use Zest It. What's the difference between that and liquid? Zest It is like oil, and like you can use Gamsol and linseed oil mixed together instead. But liquid it thickens it, but it's not oil based, and it actually helps your paints dry more quickly, which is a good thing. So, excuse me. I do know people that use liquid as their medium all the time. I need a little sip of my coffee. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just don't like the way it smells. It actually makes my whole studio not smell good. It smells like it can't possibly be healthy is how it smells to me. All right. Thank you, Allie. Allie, I saw you were doing a lot of windows for St. Patty's Day. That's on Thursday. That's coming quickly. That'll be fun, especially in New York. My gosh. Will you go out to somewhere near you for St. Patty's Day, Allie? Will you get to go have some like amazing corned beef? There's nothing like having that great food in New York City. I remember we used to go to Abe Leibowitz's 2nd Avenue Deli in New York, and they had the best corned beef. I don't even know if it's there anymore. So I'm trying to be very intentional and just put down my brush strokes. I need a little more coffee. What's everybody having today? Coffee? Tea? Anything fun? So I want to let some of what I have going on there pop through in the end. There's going to be a Jerry's Artarama off-site event in a nearby town. Has anyone ever been to one? Is it worth the time? Yeah, I don't know, but sure does sound like fun. Is it right near you? I don't know that it could possibly not be worth it. I think Judy Brock might go to one of those, but I don't know if she's in here this morning. The pub celebrate. Yes, I'm sure they do, Allie. That sounds like so much fun. Diet. Do you mean do it? And instead of like, I do love watching people who paint and just work on one area and then move on to the next. I really jump all around my painting when I do this. I like to see it all kind of come together. Even when I paint large, I do that. I find that if I try and just work on one area at a time, then I get to the end and I'm not sure that I like how it all looks together. It's not as cohesive looking to me. But there's no right or wrong answers with anything. However you like working, it's good. And I want to keep like the background. I use that. I got the new phone, and my gosh, the camera in it is amazing. But that soft focus, I love how that looks. Because it really is more how your eye looks. Your eye doesn't look at everything and focus it all at once, like how a photo records it. So it is much more kind of poetic looking to see it all soft focus like that. I love all those soft colors. Actually, no, I do love the rosemary brushes. That is what I'm using right now, but I also love these Trekell brushes. This is a Trekell Spectrum Bright. It's very similar. I like the bounce of the bristles. And I also use this other brush that I use a lot. That's a rosemary. Oh, if you saw all my brushes. Oh, I like the Monarch too. This Monarch, Winsor Newton Monarch Flat's a good brush also. The Vasari blue that I have, here in front of me. I couldn't even see that you could, this. I love this. Video Blue Extra Pale. It's one of my favorite colors to mix into things. I couldn't even tell that you could see all those down there. What do I want to do here? Oh, you're welcome. the size of the Trekell brush. I have two different sizes. I wish these would come huge too. This is a 16. Now wait, let me see, Allie. I think, but I really do like these. Now here's one I bought, but see, it's not the same. This is, I want really big ones, but yeah, this doesn't have the same bounce to it. Gosh, if you saw all my paintbrushes, you would think that I have a problem. Or my art supplies for that matter. Are these both the same? I think they're the same. I thought I had a little, I don't know if this comes larger, but I would, oh, here's a little bit larger. So this is a 20 and a 16. And this is compared to the rosemary that I use a lot. It's the number 12. So they're both smaller than that. Oh, that Vasari color was Video Blue Extra Pale. I love that color. So the Vasari paints you can only get from the Vasari store online. And you have to buy $100 worth at a time. So it's a little bit of a commitment, but they really are lovely. And they last, too. You know, when you buy oil paints, they last for years. That's how I justify my spending problem of paints. Yeah, I have a lot of paints that I've had for years. There's a little crunchy piece on there. Make sure I get that off. A little, from my pigment stick, there's a little, can't get it. Let me get my little tool here and see if I can get it off. Ay, ay, ay. You just push it out of the way. Yeah, there's this little piece was right there. This little piece of pigment stick. Probably dried. All right, let me think about what I'm doing. See me getting off task. Yeah, so when I was filming and then I had that glitch and had to restart, I just posted that piece because I'm afraid if I don't, it won't save it and then I won't be able to stitch it together. Technology stuff just drives me crazy. It's like I don't know how I'm supposed to do things sometimes, because it used to be that when you'd film something in Instagram, you could save it to your camera roll, but now it doesn't. You have to go and find a way to download it and save it that way. It's just so complicated. It's almost like they try to make it challenging for you. I don't know to whose benefit, but it feels that way to me. So yeah, I'm trying to like look for my light and dark areas, kind of dance around the painting a little bit. Oh, the paints are one. Oh, I think blues are on sale right now. Is that what somebody said? I forgot about that. I did get a postcard that I think blues are on sale, so that's probably one of them. Oh, that's going to make me want to go buy blue paint today. Used to give you the option to save, and it disappeared. Yeah, Allie, and you know what? If you do you need to do that? If you do, let me know. I can tell you the trick of how to save it if you need to post them somewhere else. I would like to find a high schooler to teach me technology. I don't even know how to do Instagram correctly. You know, that's kind of a cute idea, is to have kids do that, right? Of course, they don't have the patience to do that, but I know. There's so much, like, I didn't even know that you can save things. Nancy says technology is frustrating to keep up with when the internet is not there. Yes, it is. When the interest is not there. Yeah, and I don't even know, like, I am interested in it. It's just, it's such a huge time commitment, and it's hard to, like, spend time painting and spend time learning. And, like, now I've been playing around with learning about video and how to if you're filming something, how to modify it and do things inside video apps. And it's way more than I feel like thinking about. it makes you spend too much time on it all. I'd much rather be painting than learning all this stuff. I know, it's crazy. Yeah, that reminded me. I was going to say something else, but can't remember what it was. I always forget. I feel like my mind's disjointed too from thinking about so many different things all at one time. Yes, and we all want to paint. That's right. There's so much to learn, and we all want to paint. We just need like cliff notes of this is the easy way to do it. Yeah, I forget. I was going to say something else, but I totally lost my thought. I can go lighter there. I'm looking to see where I have more like pink areas. It's keeping it loose. It's kind of pinkish back there. It's a little more neutral. It's sort of fun to have areas like this in a painting that are just loose and out of focus because it makes you kind of have to think about it a little bit differently. I do too, Allie. They are fun colors, aren't they? What would be your top 3 paint brands for new artists? Oh, definitely. I only have top 2, and it would be Winsor Newton and Gamblin. Both of which you can get at Michael's, and you know they always have coupons there and everything else. So those would be my go-to, and I still use them all the time. Those are 2 of my current favorites, but they're the ones that I use for like Art in Bloom, my online course. Those are the paints that I suggest that you start with, and you can expand from there. And some paint companies have really amazing colors that I love, but in all honesty, you could do everything you ever need just using those paints. Completely professional, beautiful paintings. But I think my Art in Bloom course, it's all one of those too. The grid, it's called grid. Grid hashtag is what the app's called. Super easy. And yeah, just look that up. And you just pull it up on your phone and put a grid in the background on your iPad. Start to do some of my, did I miss something? What'd Susie say? Such a busy background. Yeah, Anita, I know, right? I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. And that's part of the fun too, right? Not really knowing. It is a busy background. Greens that I'm missing. Yeah, and it mixes, like the colors are all, because of the Hellebores, they're very much either pink or green, but they're those colors that are pinkish greenish. Like I think some of my favorite colors are colors there's no name for. Like even painting a house, like when I choose colors for anything like that, when I'm doing that kind of design for people, I love colors that you can't really say what color it is. Those are my favorite. Like it's kind of a pinkish, greenish, grayish color. Love that. I need this one. I needed a little definition in there. All right. Kind of getting close to being able to work on the actual, I can work on the flower, why not, right? I love that little pop up there. So you have to kind of think a little bit, like I'm always learning about composition and how your eye travels through the painting. And waiting, thank you, I'm glad you're enjoying. I love painting and having coffee as my start to every day. What a lucky way to begin as an artist. Like it's so nice to have a place to land and do something fun like this, isn't it? We're lucky. Lucky. I have no idea what I was just saying. Did I finish my thought or get terribly distracted? It can be a little dark in here, and then I can go into the hellebore itself. I don't know if I need to maybe use a smaller brush for the insides there. Push that back a little. And I love like spots where things show through. Now I'm going to go over that a little bit, but I love the pigment stick. Just little pops of color showing. I need a little bit smaller brush for that. Just a little bit. And I have like kind of that brownish color side there. This I need my lighter pink. This part where I hold my breath when I don't want to mess up my brush strokes. Thinking about what else I need to do here. Sometimes it's good to leave the little highlighted areas till the end, and sometimes it's scary to leave this part of the painting till the very end, because then I get kind of like, ooh, when I'm pulling it all together. I like that, but I think I need the inside of it to push back more. It's too feels too dominant, too forward. if that's getting better, right? Need. So I'm trying to think about what that flower looks like in here without thinking about it being a flower, if that makes any sense at all. So that I don't, I don't know. I don't quite know what I'm saying, but if I try to like squint and not think about its flowerness, it helps me to kind of just look at its shapes and colors. That's still a little darker. Yeah, that needed to pop that little bit more in there, even though that's a little bit lighter than what you actually see. It needed that little bit of pop. And that is the lightest light. Let me do a little bit of Judy. I see you just popped in here. Someone was asking about going to like a Jerry's Artorama kind of pop-up event. I think you've done that, haven't you? Don't they have them near you? And I can just add little bits of this pink that I see around to kind of have that pop. And make sure my leaf is dark. I think it's getting there. I don't want to overwork it. Judy, hear my question? Maybe not. Get rid of this right here. All right. They have a huge trade fair and also bring artists that teach workshops early November. Is that what she's talking about? I'm not sure. And I'm not even sure if she's still in here because she asked this question earlier. But she said, I think she's in New Jersey, and she said it was like a pop-up event that they were going to have, and she wondered if it was worthwhile to go. Yeah, I would love to come down there in November and do that with you. That would be so much fun. Because you can never have too many art supplies, right? Oh, there's another little piece of pigment stick. Sometimes they get little little hard pieces of them. All right, I think I might be finished. Do you see anything I need to work on in there? I love that it glows a little bit in there. See that little bit of glow in there? I love that. I'm just looking around. Dude, we'll check it out. Kim, you're welcome to come stay with me. Yeah, second weekend in November. Oh, second weekend. No, wait. Second weekend in November. All right, I'll have to look and see. Art League mentioned they were going to have special sales. It'll be in Newark, Delaware. Oh, okay, right. Oh, I could go to Newark, Delaware. Wow, that would be a fun road trip too. When is that one? That would be really fun. Yeah, Newark's not far from me. I did get into the art show, the little one that they do in Grove Park in Rehoboth. That's in May. That's one of the shows I've been feverishly getting ready for. Nothing like an art show to get you moving and making art, right? All right, I'm just fussing with this for no apparent reason, so I'm going to sign it and pull the tape off and see how it looks. I signed it, and I'll pull the tape. It's always fun to see how it looks without the rough edge. Although I love the rough edge too. I think it would be fun framed like that. I did get a bunch of my smaller paintings framed the other day, and it's just so fun to see them in the frame. I go through stages where I love, you know, my panel paintings that aren't framed, and then I love doing these on paper and getting them framed. They're beautiful too. Oops.